friends, today I am going to talk about time management. Myself, Sunil Joshi, lecturer in mechanical engineering from Government Polytechnic, Mumbai. When I will be talking about time management, there will be certain things, certain dimensions about the time, and then there will be certain activities related to managing the time. So, how come we are able to manage time? That's what we are going to talk about in the session of time management. Well friends, when we talk about time management, the word time, it's a physical quantity which moves only in forward direction. We cannot move time in reverse direction. That is the first attribute of the quantity time. So if we understand that, then on we can start with discussing about time management. We'll shortly discuss about the other attributes of time. Time is a measurement of the typical happenings. Time is neutral. The attributes of this particular physical quantity, time, it's a basic quantity. Time, the attributes when we talk about time is neutral. The time for a poor or the time for a rich, it's going to be same. Let us say how much hours of time is there in a day. If we say, the natural answer is going to be 24 hours. Whether you are a king or whether you are a beggar, whether you are an officer, whether you are a student, whether you are a mother, whether you are any other, for that matter. For each and everybody, the day consists of 24 hours. It does not differentiate on any basis. Not on the basis of religion, neither on the basis of caste, creed, breed, linguistic. No differentiation can be made for all, one and all. Whether you are a human being, whether you are a pet animal, whether you are any other kind of say living being or a non-living being on this earth. For each and everybody, the time is going to be equal. Day will consist of 24 hours. Hour will consist of 60 minutes. Minute will be of 60 seconds. And like that. So, time is neutral. It does not differentiate on any basis. Time is a resource that cannot be increased, nor can it be decreased. It's a quantity which is there of fixed nature. This resource, you cannot go for increasing it, nor you can decrease it for somebody. You cannot go for saving it. Like, I have earned a lot of money today. By any means, good or bad, I am not going into that. But if I have earned the money today, and my today's requirements are this much only. Say I require only 500 rupees per day, and I have earned 5,000 rupees today. So naturally, the remaining 4,500 I can go for saving for future use. Maybe on next 2 days I am not earning anything. I can take out the money, that is 500 rupees each, for next 2 days from the 5,000 rupees which I have earned today. So I can make use of this particular money in future. You can say save something, many other resources for future use. Suppose you are bringing say some cereals or some other type of materials from market, grocery shop. You can go for saving those items for future use. You can go for bringing 2 kgs of sugar and use it over next 10 days. But about the time, you cannot save the time which is available this particular moment. If this moment is gone, it is gone forever. Each activity requires minimum quantum of time. Whatever kind of activity you are performing, you are listening to this particular lecture. When you are going to listen to the lecture, in the start only you have seen this lecture will be there for next 40, 45 minutes, 60 minutes, whatever the time is. It's going to remain for that particular time. If you want to listen to this lecture completely, you will have to wait for next so many minutes, so many hours, whatever it may be. So that activity of listening. If you want to go for eating something, if you want to go to bed, if you want to go to some other place at a distance say 10 kilometers, 4 kilometers or say 500 meters. So accordingly you will be selecting, I will walk, I will go into the vehicle, I will be using my motorcycle or the car or whatever, public transport, whatever it is. But whatever that particular thing is, it will require certain time, quantum of time. So minimum quantum of time will be required to go for doing this activity. Nowadays the people, they are aiming at reducing the time required for the activity to a minimum by making use of the different strategies like automation and all that. Earlier many activities they used to do by doing it manually. Nowadays they have shifted it on automation, and this automation might have saved a lot of time. The minimum quantum of time required for performing a particular activity might have been reduced by using that particular what you call as automation strategies. Time has value like currency. Your time has a value. Mind well, this can be very well calculated. For example, I am working with a particular organization. I am working there for minimum, say my required timings are say for 8 hours per day. So for such 5 days I am working in that organization, and at the end of month I am going to get a particular amount, say 1 lakh of rupees, suppose. So if I can calculate 5 days, 8 hours, 40 hours per week, such 4 weeks, so 40 into 4, 160 hours, and for that I am going to get say, for calculation purpose I will say 80,000. So for 160 hours I am going to get 80,000 rupees. That is for 16 hours, 160 hours, 80,000, 16 hours, 8,000. So per hour I am going to get 500 rupees. My per hour rate is 500 rupees. So it has value. So my 1 hour is equivalent to 500 rupees, you can say. So you can equate the value of your time in terms of the currency. So bartering system can be applied for time. Time is cumulative in nature. It goes on adding. There is no way you can go for subtracting the time. Time is cumulative. Always the next moment whatever you are going to talk will be always including your previous moments whatsoever you have spent. Now you have the method of measuring the time, maybe in seconds, in minutes, in hours, in days, in months and what not. But if I talk about particular date, then the cumulative time which I have spent since a particular day. See, I have been in this system. I am born in this system on particular date. And since that minute I have born, this clock of my activities has started. Time is cumulative in nature. It is going to always increase. There is no way that you can go for subtracting the time for any reason. So, time is a resource which is available with the individual user who want to make its use. And whensoever there is a resource, whatever that particular quantity is regarded as a resource, it is required to be managed. And when in this context, when we talk about management of time, we can understand or we can go for defining time management. What is time management? What is the meaning of time management? Time management is the act or process of planning and exercising conscious control over the amount of time spent on specific activities, especially to increase effectiveness, efficiency, or productivity. Now, when you are going to be paid for your time by an organization for doing that particular activity for which you have been asked for which you have been deputed, you have been asked to work for the organization, or rather we say you have been hired for. Means you are going to be paid for that particular activity in terms of money, and then your time. They have not purchased, they have not procured you in person, they have procured your time. And your time now as a resource is going to be used by the organization, and how consciously you can go for controlling your time spent on the specific activities to increase effectiveness, efficiency and productivity of yours for the organization is going to be seen in these particular aspects of time management. So after seeing the basic concept of time management, managing the resource of time for better productivity, better effectiveness, efficiency of an individual, let us see the basic time management principles. The basic time management principle basically talks about for the individual what the individual is supposed to get best out of his available time. In that context, when we see about the principles of time management, the things which are very obvious, they are adjust your attitude, be organized, follow a routine, write down your goals, be selective, prioritize, give yourself extra time, track what you do, schedule downtime and find shortcuts. So these are the basic principles by applying which you are going to get some best out of your available time. Whatsoever time you are going to spend on, the best out of it can be achieved by following certain principles which we have talked about right now.